So we like to welcome everybody to the platform where we intend to discuss essential practices for achieving your goal. And we are looking at a strategic habit guide that will help us to channel all our actions in 2024 in a positive manner. In a positive manner. So that's what we are here to do. So I'd like to welcome everybody and appreciate you for coming. One of the things I want us to do here is we are going to interact together in one or two rooms so that we can also discuss and share things together.
Progress.
So I will just, like I've shared with you, the timetable is very clear. The timetable is clear. As you know, we have three parts. I will be starting the first part now. Then after 50 minutes, we're going to have a stretch break and then probably go into one or two discussions in our various rooms and then come back and look at the second part. Then we also stretch and then come back for the last one so that we like to be practical so that it will be very interesting to everybody. Because goal setting is something that everybody knows about it, but hardly do we do it. And that's a challenge. That's a challenge that we have today. We all talk about it, but we hardly do it. And so what I intend to pass across in this meeting is to help us to develop the action plan and the willpower and motivation so that you can be able to make your the working of your goal to become a system in your daily activities. You see, if the plan of your goal, the activities of your goal does not become a system that is in tune with your daily activities, you will not be able to achieve your goals. And that's the problem. Because goal achievement require a proven system, and that system must be incorporated into your daily activities. And it must not be a very aquarious thing.
David.
It must, create fun in your life. If it's not fun, you will find it difficult to
What video are you checking? Will you stop? Go and collect that phone for me.
Please, can you please mute yourself while you are on this platform, or we mute everybody, please. So it is important that we appreciate that. So this is what we are going to be looking at, essential practices for achieving goals. And we want to look at what are the guides that can help you and I to become a better individual in the year ahead. So now let's start. And my opening thought is in one of the books I wrote in 2019. I said, if you refuse to find time to reflect on your past actions, and you will keep laboring in the dark. And this dark progress will be very difficult for you to accomplish. And what we are saying here is that one of the things you will take home from this meeting is that you will learn how to reflect on a weekly basis. On a weekly basis, you will have to learn how to reflect. It is the reflective thinking that makes you to keep going back to your goals. But unfortunately, we have not incorporated this into our system. Ability to keep reflecting. And every week I do reflection, 2-3 hours. It could be Saturday, it could be Sunday, depending on how busy I am. There is need for reflection. And so what this meeting is going to help you with. Can you please mute yourself, sir? What this meeting is going to help you to accomplish is to develop the ability to reflect on a weekly basis as we go into 2024. So reflection will be very important. And Claude Monet says it is on the strength of observation and reflection that one finds a way. So we must dig and delve unceasingly. Please, sir, if you are writing down, you can write down, I need to reflect on my weekly activity at the end of each week. That is going to help you to be focused. That is going to help you to re-strategize. That is going to help you if you have deviated from the pursuit of your goal, you will come back again. But I've discovered many people don't engage in reflective thinking. And that's the problem why we are not consistent and we hardly achieve our goals. So in your model, this is one of the quotations, these two quotations in your model. You will never change your life by John Maxwell until you change something you do daily, and that is your habit. If your habit leads to failure, you are not going to succeed at the end of the day. And so you may need to reflect on your habits now. What are those habits that is wrong, that is not leading me aright? What are those habits that are positive that I need to reinforce more? So the secret of your daily success is found in your daily routine. That's very key and germane. And John Cranfield said, your habit determine your future. And so in our, we have a book club. We've read quite a lot of things about habits. We've done quite a lot of things about it. And we've even spoken about it. And it is something that has helped me as an individual to cultivate the right habit. Habit that is positive. Habit that moves you forward. So if you don't guard your daily habits, right from the time that you wake up till the time that you go to bed, you will discover that you will just be moving in circle. So these are the things we are going to be studying in this meeting today. We believe that we will be able to at least generate enough enthusiasm for you to develop the power of reflective thinking. Then, what are the key ingredients of strategic goal setting? And then, what habits do goal achiever possess that I can learn from? And then, the critical thing which I'll be speaking first is knowing doing gap. Knowing doing gap. You will need to understand the problem of knowing do gap and what are the strategies to overcome the knowing do gap. Is there. And so we will come to that. Then I believe that last one, you are going to go forth and apply into your life. You are going to go forth and become a better person. You are going to go forth and do what is needful so that your life can become better. That's basically. So my introduction, if you read the first, if you look at page, I think it's page page 3, where you have opening charge. This is where everything that is there. So I'm not going to be reading them, but I just summarize what I put there. What we want to do is to unveil the power of strategic habits. We want to help you to know that if your habit becomes strategic, then you can achieve your goals. And we're going to be looking at the areas of goals that you will need to pursue. And so, crafting the blueprint for success in 2024 will be very important. The 8 steps that you will need to take, which we need to be using. And then the 8 or 9 areas, domain area that you can set your goals on. And your life will be entirely covered. And then we will also challenge you that there will be obstacles. But you can look at these challenges as a catalyst to help you achieve. That's one of the things we are going to be doing in this meeting. And that whether you like it or not, there is no one who loves you more than yourself. Whether you believe it or not, there is nobody who loves you more than yourself. And so, the leader in you will first of all needs to lead you before he can lead others. And so, when you are succeeding with your life, it is leadership in action. And once you have this leadership in action, it will cause ripple effect in the sphere of influence where you are, in your home, at work, in your church, in your profession, in the network that you keep. There will be ripple effect because they will see in you the leadership qualities that is required. And then you become a copy, you become somebody that can be copied, somebody that can be emulated, somebody who is going to be an hero or heroine. That's exactly. And then you will have learned how to invest in your growth because nobody is going to do it for you. You are going to do it for yourself. And then I will be calling you to act. So the only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be if you are doubtful whether you can do it today. Because the foundation for tomorrow is always laid today. I would like you to please look at this. Look at this. When we set goal, this is the way we believe our goals will be going to achieve it. But that is the utopian belief. This is the way it is. You set your goal. It takes time before you start. Then everything goes down because you are doubting. Then you start learning, and then enthusiasm increase. And as you keep learning and start doing, you start failing, and fall down until you arise again through doing and you're practicing. Then sometimes you feel lost. You feel lost and you keep moving. Then a time you will get it. And then after you have gotten it, you celebrate. You keep struggling again. You keep struggling and struggling. Then you will discover you will achieve. This is the way goals are achieved, ladies and gentlemen. This is not the way goal is achieved. So, if you know this, you will know that you just don't need to give up. You have to be comfortable with uncomfortable in this journey. And so, in a research, that chart was called planning fallacy. And what does planning fallacy mean? It's basically a cognitive bias that is in your brain that leads me or you to underestimate our time, resources we have, difficulty that's involved when we are pursuing our goal. That's planning fallacy. It makes us I still have time. I have enough people. I can call that person, but you have not informed the person. Then the difficulty is there where I can overcome it. is called planning fallacy. It's a cognitive bias. Ladies and gentlemen, is a product of our brain's tendency to focus on optimistic outcome while overlooking complexity and potential problem. And this is because this planning fallacy is what we call a mental shortcut that will want to say, well, no problem, I won't be disenfranchised. No, there is no wahala, difficulties, I can resolve it. Whereas if you accept it that it's going to be, then you can be able to plan on how to overcome it. We're going to be looking at that. And so this is the real road to success. When you have your goal, which is an idea, you plan about it, you educate yourself. It's not straight. You meet obstacle 1, obstacle 2. Then you are encouraged somewhere, maybe by a mentor here. Then suddenly you go down. There is sadness because there is a failure. Then you even believe that you can do it. There is a self-doubt. Then you have a little success, which makes you to jump up and say, oh, hula, I'm okay. Then really, that may boost you up. And then you start achieving through optimization and then success. So this is the road. This is the road to success. That's the road. Nothing more. So if you know this, ladies and gentlemen, whenever challenges come, it will be very, very easy for you to keep moving, encouraging yourself, even those situations at all. So now the question is, sir, do you know the secret of preparation? You get nothing without preparation. So this meeting, because you have come there, is to prepare you for 2024. You get nothing without preparation. Preparation begets manifestation. When you prepare, you are able to smell or to see opportunities. The reason why many people don't see opportunities, even when it's at their doorstep, is because they didn't prepare. Oladipo, Awode, please, can you just mute yourself, please?
So for me.
So where is your focus? Is your focus on promise or preparation? Oh, the Lord has told me I'm going to become lead. If you don't prepare, you will miss the promise. We should focus on the preparation rather than the promise. Because the promise is in tomorrow, is the big picture, is far. Unless you are adequately prepared, you will miss the promise or the manifestation. So we say, what are the secrets of preparation? There are 5 of them. There must be a purpose. Purpose is for me in 2024 to achieve so in this so. Then what are the things I want to achieve? What is the end product of that purpose? What is it? What do I want? Then who are the people that will help me, participants? What are the probable issues that may arise as I go on? Then what is the process am I going to take? These are the 5 P's of preparation, which anybody who is planning to overcome and to achieve must study. You will get everything in your notes. So let's go on. So at this moment, we would like to look at the power of reflection. And we are going to go into various rooms now where we want to discuss power of reflection. Quickly, let me just share a few things because we are going to discuss in our room for 15-20 minutes. What is reflection? Reflective thinking. What does it mean? Basically, is you sitting down and looking back over things that you have done in the past. And you are doing it with not with bias, not with condemnation, but in order for you to be able to look at areas where you are needy of improvement. That's all. That's what reflection is all about. All this grammar is another thing. Is self-evaluation, if I can say that. So that you look where you can look at where you have failed, where you didn't do it well, and then you'll be able to say you can make correction and then foster better development and better relationship with yourself. Shikena, that is reflection. I do it every week. Every week. The 9 goals I sent in 2024, I only achieved 6 there this year. 6. Because of the challenges. And that is quite good. 6/9 is still okay. It's still okay. You don't need to achieve all your goals. Because why we say that is that you cannot set goal for all part of your life. But you can set goal for some specific part that will, that will help you, that is the focal point of your life. And that focal point of your life is what you are going to follow up, what you are going to do. Pastor, please send text. I'm speaking already. So it's important. It's important that we understand that you will send 9 goals, you send 10 goals, and you might not achieve them. But 6/9 is still okay. 6/8 is okay. I'm going to be emphasizing to you which part of areas of your life you need to emphasize as we go on. So what does reflective thinking, what does it do? What does it do for us? Because it's very important. And that's the reason why you did the assignment. The assignment is like a crock pot of mind. It encourages your thought to simmer so that you can be able to know what you did right and what you didn't do right. It's like processing your week, processing your day before you go into bed. So you learn from your successes and your mistakes and your errors, opportunity you miss, and what have you. You discover the actions that you did well that you may need to repeat. And then you determine error, and mistakes that you made that you want to correct and what you need to change so that you can live more effectively and more successfully in the particular area of your life that you are focusing on. So we want to go into a quick, we are 17 now on the call. I'm going to divide you into 5. That's 5 people in the group. And then you are going to, please, can you look at this? If you are taking a picture, take a picture of it so that you are going to use it in your group for the next 20 minutes. We have asked you to complete the questions in module 1, and it's important that we look at that. What we want to discuss is that those questions, question 1 to 30, your leader, pick a leader. Let there be a leader. You just ask yourself randomly those questions based on what they have completed in the manual, which we ask them to do pre-workshop. So we need to ask yourself those questions. But please, number 1 is that what surprised you most about your journey this year? Everybody should be free to discuss. Then what brought you the most joy? What brought you sadness this year? All of those things, we just want to discuss it in our group. So I'm going to divide you into a group, pick somebody, and we are going to be doing it for the next 20 minutes. So just let me just all right. So we are starting right now looking at the strategic goal setting mastery. And you will need to, either you are online or you have printed your module, you need to open your module. We are going to be looking at, and because you are going to be filling in some things. And that's the reason why I wanted you to print it out. There are a few things I'm going to be saying that you need to fill in and complete. If you want to do it online or your phone or your computer also, you can open it so that we can look at that. I will tell you the page once we go on. Please, achieving your goals with clarity, focus, and execution is what we are referring to as strategic goal setting mastery. Because you need to be focused, you need to do what is right at all times. So as you all know, goal setting is very fundamental to anybody who's going to succeed, whether personal, whether business, whether professional. And what strategy goal mastery does is to empower you so that you can become the person that you have set out to be. Your aspiration can be accomplished. Then it will also make you, happy with yourself. You'll be joyous with yourself. And it also prepare you to overcome obstacles and also to achieve a remarkable result. When we talk about strategic goal setting, it's a systematic and deliberate approach that helps you to define, to plan, and to also work out your goals so that you can achieve them. Now, we don't talk about smart goals. We talk about smarter goals. Smart goals is talking about management, but goal achievement theory is talking about smarter goals. That's what goal achievement theory has talked about now. And that theory came out 2018 or 2019 or so. And the smarter goal is talking about specific, measurable, achievable, very risky, time bound. Then it must be exciting. It must be exciting. Then rewarding. If it's not rewarding to you, some group of people say either relevant or rewarding. So we say relevant and rewarding. So, and this will give you clarity and direction. So, please, that smarter goal framework is what we are going to be using in this workshop. And to craft your goals is very important. And the steps we want to take you through, they are the steps that is going to help you to achieve your goal and create for you the necessary roadmap that you will need to be taking. And it will also help you to create momentum and make you to focus on your goal. It will help you to develop resilience and then teach you the enablement and the ability to look for helpers, people who can help you to achieve the goals. These are all the things that we are going to be looking at. And in practical strategy for goals execution, we are talking about creating a detailed plan, incorporate regular check-in, cultivate, a growth mindset, seek feedback and guidance, and also, reward yourself if you succeed. So now, please, if you are using your computer or you have the paper, turn to page 26. We will need to walk through it. I think it's Brother Adewumi that spoke the other time. I think Brother Adewumi. Yes, Brother Wale Adewumi. Brother Adewumi, you mentioned 5 areas. In this meeting, you will learn 9 areas you will need to set your goals on. And this is the comprehensive 2021 goal achievement theory, practical. So I want to see your face. That's why I lowered the something. And I've seen your face. Okay. I can see your smile now. So page 26. If you are there, say yeah. Nobody is there.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Okay, if you are there, that's good. Now,
Yeah.
okay. I've opened my own. We want to go through it so that, ladies and gentlemen, please, when it comes to goal setting, there are 8 steps that we want to look at. And those steps are very critical. I'm going to be walking you through them. And these are the 8 steps. The first is to identify your why. The second is to clarify your priorities. And that's where we are going to be sharing those areas of focus. The third is to write smarter goal, not smart goal. The fourth is to determine your action steps. The fifth is you must be comfortable with uncomfortables. That is resilience. Number 6, step 6, you must be able to narrow your focus. The life you have, if you are asked to set goals on them, you can set 100 goals, but that will not make you to be an achiever. And so there is need to focus. That's the reason why the goal achievement theory has given us 9 or 10 domain area of life where we can set goals. But goal achievement theory also told us that you may have 2 or 3 goals on each of these life areas, but you cannot work on all of them. And therefore, you will need to be focused. And how you are going to be focused, we will talk about that. Then the seventh step is you need to track and measure your progress. Whatever is measured will succeed. Whatever is measured, you will be able to correct it. Then the last one, you must not walk alone. You can't walk alone. You need to get accountability partners. And we are going to be talking in a meeting we did 3 years ago after COVID. I talk about the 3 teachers you need to have. Probably if time permits us, I may mention that also here. All right. So the first thing you need to do, sir and ma, is to identify your why. And if you turn to your modules, you will see that the first step is identify your why. Your why is your purpose. Your why is your purpose. So there are some things in that I need to take you through so that you can be able to follow them. Now, your why basically is where you want to go. And this will depend on your aspiration. In my former, if you have read my goal setting book, I said that you need to have an aspiration word for each year. 2021 was my year of resilience. Last year was my year of determination. 2023 was my year of reality. That reality was my aspiration word. And 2024 now is my year of goal getting. This aspiration word will help me to focus my purpose, because it is my purpose that will become my motivation. And it is the one who is going to keep inspiring me to become what I have decided to become. So in your why, you will also need to understand your belief. What are your value system? What are the things you value? What are your core values? If you don't know where you are going, you will not know the destination that you are. When you reach your destination, you will not know. So it is important that you set your why. So let me complete the dash for you in the module. Are you there, sirs? Are you on that page?
Yes, sir.
Identify your why.
Yes, we are there, sir. We are there.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, sir.
Page 27.
Yes.
27. Okay.
Page
Yeah, I read my
27.
Now, can we now start with the dash? It is easy to have dash and dash. Can you see that?
Yes.
What that is saying it is easy to have passion and enthusiasm when you first start pursuing a goal. But that motivation will wane out as the year goes on. This usually happens because we set a goal that is not compelling. Are you following?
Yeah.
Are you
Yes,
following,
sir.
sir?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
All right. To maximize your persistence, we have to pursue goal that
That's
really
smart.
matters to us.
Mhm.
You must pursue goal that really matters to you. And how it matters, we are going to talk about it as we go on. The trick to sticking with a goal is to connect with what is at stake. You must connect with what is at stake. And that what is at stake is your purpose, is your why. There are 4 attributes of compelling goals. Any goals that will succeed, compelling goals. There are 4 attributes of compelling goal. They are spiritually meaningful, intellectually stimulating, emotionally energizing, and physically challenging. I think that is very clear.
I didn't get the first one, please. Can you come again?
Spiritually meaningful,
That okay.
intellectually stimulating, emotionally energizing, and physically challenging.
Sorry, sir. Number 5 again, sir. Sorry, sir.
Number what?
4. There are only
Number
4.
5.
There are only 4.
There are 6. I mean, item 5. Item 5.
Okay, as Gail Hayat always says, people lose their way when they lose their why. People lose their way when they lose their why. I even missed that. Thank you for bringing me back there. So you can now see the importance of why. You need to stick to your goal, because that is your why. That's your why. And your why is very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. So please, you must have a purpose for why you are choosing a goal. If that purpose is not going to drive you through life, it's not going to make you to become what you desire, then it's not a purpose. So that's number 1. Step 2, please, can you please mute yourself? Who is that? There are dogs barking. Mute yourself, sir. Thank you. Now, the second one is clarify your priorities. Clarify your priorities. Why is this so? It is so because there are several areas of our lives that needs to be focused on. But if we do not clarify what we want, we will be moving in the bush of life. That is the reason why it is important. This number 2 is very important for all of us to pay attention to. And this is where Brawali Adewumi was talking about. Please, if you don't clarify your priorities, you will you will continuously walk in that common mistake that everybody who said go always fall into. And what is that mistake? Television. 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 It's not television, no. Television. That is focusing on only one aspect of your life. And because life is interconnected, one area of your life always affects the other. So, please, you have to ask yourself some pertinent questions. What do I want to achieve? What will I regret not doing? What will matter most to me? Your sincere responses to this question will assist you, to be able to focus appropriately in those key areas of life that will not just give you progress, but will make your life more joyous. Now, to be effective, let's go now and solve this problem. To be effective, our goals must address the following 10 life domains. And there are 3 of them: the circle of being, the circle of relation, and the circle of doing. So if you are completing them, please, the first is spiritual area. You set goal on spiritual area. The second is emotional area, which is already there. The third is the physical area, your body. While the last one there is the intellectual area, which is your mind. Are you following me?
The circle of what, please? The circle of what?
The first one is circle of being. B-E-I-N-G. Being.
Human being.
Circle of being.
As in human being.
Human being. B-E-I-N-G.
Yeah.
The circle of being.
Correct.
Spiritual, emotional, physical, and intellectual. Those are the 4 areas you set goal on within the circle of being. Then the second is the circle of relational or relationship. Here we are looking at 3 areas: the parental, the marital, and the relational. Did we get that?
Sir, no, sir. Parental.
Parental is there already in your note.
Yes, sir. Then the second and the third one.
Marital and relational. I'm going to explain this 10 things. I'm going to reduce it to only 9 so that you can understand it. Now, the third one is the circle of doing. Circle of doing. Ishe, D-O-I-N-G. And here we are looking at 3. Your vocational area, your financial area, and your avocational area, which is your hobby. That's your hobby. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Now, those are the 10 areas that the goal achievement theory brought about in 2021. Now, early this year, in the conference that was held again by the goal achievement professional, this 10 area was now reduced to 9. And this is the 9. This is the 9. The circle of being has been reduced into 3: body, mind, and spirit. The circle of doing has now been, is 3, but it's been changed to work, money, and hobby. So hobby is avocational, money is financial, work is vocational. Then the circle of relation has been changed to circle of relating, and it has now been changed into love, family, and community. Community is relationship. Family is your marital, and love. I mean, love is your marital. Why?
Rárá, àwọn pè but mi rí call wọn gbé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀?
Please, why don't you?
Kò sí bàbá tó dín lé ni.
Please, can you mute yourself, sir? Who is that?
It's a new entrance.
Thank you, sir. So now, sir, Brother Wale, now these are the 9 areas you are going to set goals on. Your body, and I have my own here. I've set goals. I have my own here in my note, which I've set. And in this my note, sir, for this 9 thing, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 goals.
Wow.
Now, I'm using myself as an example so that you can learn. Now, these 22 goals, I have 2, 3 under some. Now, sir, you cannot work on 22 goals and you will succeed.
No way.
So, goal achievement theory says that you can set goals on all of these, but you need to pick 7 to 8 to work on every year. Please write that down. You need to pick 7 to 8 goals to work on every year. In fact, they said at most 9 goals. They said 2 goals per quarter. 2 goals for 90 days. That's the goal achievement theory recommendation. 2 goals for 90 days. Please note that. So that means if you have 2 goals for 90 days, you have 2 goals to complete every quarter. That will make a total of 8 goals. And I told you for 2023, I set 9 goals. I could only achieve 6. And yet, I can tell you, it was a success. So, the challenge of setting the goal and now becoming focused is the aim of this second step. Clarity. You need to clarify your area. So once you have set the goals for each of these areas, you will need to now pick which one are you going to use? Which one are you going to focus on? Because your life is interconnected, once you pick a goal under body and mind, it will affect your total circle of being. If you pick a goal under your work and hobby, it will affect your money because work will bring money in. So this is basically what I've done. So you can see it now. You see, this is the circle of being. Circle of doing, hobby, money, and work. The one in between is circle of relating, family, community, and love. Then you are the one inside, and you have body, spirit, and mind. So these are the 9 areas you will set goals on. In your note, I explain everything there for you to know how to set smarter goals. For example, I will read 3 books. I will read 1 book in a month. That will give me 12 books in a year. I will attend 2 professional courses every quarter. That will give me 6 professional courses. 8 professional courses every year. So all of those, that's the way you do it. You will need to make it smart. There must be time bound. And when we talk about smart goals, we are talking about what? We are talking about, don't let me jump that. So because that's the third step we are going into. So please, these are the 9 areas, but you don't set goals. You don't set goals on all. You set goals on all of them, but you now pick at least 8 to 9 areas you will focus on for the year and average of 2 goals per year, per quarters. Please note that. I hope that is clear. Can I hear yes, whether it's clear?
Very well, sir.
Yes, very well, sir. Very well, sir.
Very clear.
So now
And I guess it must be distributed around the.
eh?
I said, must it be distributed around the cycle of
all the 3 cycles.
people doing?
Yes, it's better. Yes, you can pick one. You pick your work. You can pick maybe hobby. You pick love and community. Then you pick either body and mind. Also depending, it depends on. You just pick one goals, because once you do, if you have 2 goals for mind and you do one there, because your life is interconnected, it will affect the other ones. That's the issue. That's the principle of goal achievement theory. All right. Now the third one is smarter goals. Writing smarter goals. And this is what smarter goals is. Specific, measurable, achievable, risky. The goal must be risky. That's why it's different from what we always say. It must be risky. It must be time bound. It must be exciting, rewarding, and also. So let's go to let's
level or risky or realistic. Okay.
Hello, what are you saying? Now let's go to in your notes. Write smarter goals. Now, quickly, you can see the chart, 1980 goal framework. Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Now you see goal achievement research framework also. So you can complete that now. Specific, measurable. Sorry, it's action-oriented, not achievable. Sorry, it's not achievable.
Action-oriented.
Action-oriented. I made that mistake. It's action-oriented. Please forgive me for that. It's action-oriented. That's what goal achievement theory is. Risky, time-bound, exciting, relevant, rewarding.
Relevant.
Now let's complete what we have under it. For the most part, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Resolutions and prophecies don't work without action.
Sir, please, can you comment again on that, sir?
For the most part of our lives, resolutions and
For the most part of our life,
don't work without action. Resolutions and prophecy don't work without action.
Is which page are we on now?
Page 33.
Resolution and
Page 33. Resolutions and prophecy don't work without action. I want everybody to get it so that we can move on.
Wow, my battery work.
Have we all gotten that?
yes.
Sister Bumi, have you gotten that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Iber, can I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Goal achievement research says fewer than half of us, half of us continue with our resolutions after 6 months. And less than 10% are ultimately successful.
Sir, can you come again, sir? My internet was a bit...
Goal achievement research says fewer than 50% of us or half of us
50%. Okay.
continue with our resolution after 6 months.
6 months.
and less than 10% are ultimately successful. What that is saying, ladies and gentlemen, is that if you depend on only resolution and prophecy, by the time you reach June, only 50% of those people that have resolution will still be working on it. Most people don't do it. And at the end of the year, only 10% really succeed. That's what he's saying. So resolutions are not goals. And neither is prophecies that you have claimed. These are not goals. Those are three different things. Goals, prophecies, and resolutions are three different things. Making your goals realistic makes you less likely to achieve them.
Making your goal.
Making your goal realistic make you less likely to achieve them.
Yes.
Now, the following statement will clarify that. The best goals are risky than realistic. The best goals are risky than realistic. The next, number 6. If a goal isn't rewarding, and relevant to you personally, if a goal is not rewarding and relevant to you personally, you will quickly lose interest, or you will give up when the going gets tough. If a goal isn't rewarding and relevant to you personally, you will lose interest and you will give up when difficulty comes up. That's what he's saying. So ask yourself, is this goal exciting to me? Or am I doing it for some other person or some other reasons? Ask yourself, is this goal personally exciting to me? Or am I doing it for other persons or for other reasons? When a goal is exciting to you, is either you are pursuing it for yourself or you are pursuing it for your loved ones. Goals need to be relevant to where you are in life. That's why it's relevant, it's rewarding and relevant. Goals need to be relevant to where you are in life. A goal that is not written down is not a goal, it's just a dream. So we will need to be writing down our goals. In those areas, in those 10 areas that we mentioned, 9 areas we mentioned, you need to write the goals down. And after this time out, we are going to have a break and you are going to write your goals in those areas. You need to think. Think. You have to think and write it down now. Then you can work on it when you get home better. Writing down your goals forces you to clarify your thinking. Writing down your goals forces you to clarify your thinking. So once you write it down, at least if it's not correct, you will correct it. You will say, no, I don't want it like this. I don't want it like this. Then you will discover that you can be able to use your cognitive sense and knowledge to clarify your thinking. Writing down your goals makes goal achievement likely if you work it out. When you write down your goal, it makes goal achievement likely if you work it out. For example, You can say, in 2024, I want to make $50,000 more than what I make in 2023. I will publish 3 books by December 2024. Every week in 2024, I will be writing not less than 1,500 words for my blog. In 2024, I want to join 2 network communities to improve my social capital. These are all so you have set, and by September 2024, I should have joined 2 social community to improve my social capital. All of those things. These are the way to set SMART goals. Now, in 5 minutes, can you please write SMART goals for those 9 domain areas that we talk about? Your body, your mind, your spirit, your work, your family, your community, your work, your finance, and also your hobbies. Your time starts now. Write SMART goals for them. 5 minutes. Your time starts now. Just write something. You can still work on it later, or write something. That's why you are in this workshop. So the time starts now. Write it for body. I don't want to give you my own so that you will not copy my own. Body means your physical body. It could be your eating habit, your sleeping, your medical checkup, all of those things. When you talk about your mind is talking about intellect. What are the things you want to do? Do you want to go for another degree? Do you want to, improve your cognitive knowledge in one area or the other? All of those things. You want to attend some workshop. You want to read some books. All of those things are going to be there. It can also be in your hobby, depending on your spirit. It could be you want to watch some videos, or you want to listen to sermon from this person every week or every night or whatever. All of those things. Or for me, I can share something with you. I said, I want to study a book of the Bible every month throughout 2024. I want to study a book. And when I mean study a book, I'm going to be writing on it also. So let me not disturb you quickly. 3 more minutes. 3 minutes, 7 seconds. How are you? Now it's even good that you came. There I'm about to buy passport till old passport. We're going to take the passport in January. Oh no, I'm a book, so I need to you have to come with your small. So $2 or about check it. Eh? Do you have it? Is there?
Yeah, I never had it. So I think I'm not with my original birth certificate too. So I know that
Everything to one in Bay. One check it. Your original birth certificate is also there. Everything is there. Is this time enough, or should we give 5 more minutes?
5 more minutes, sir.
Okay.
Five more minutes,
I will
sir.
increase it. Don't worry, I will increase it. Please use the knowledge very well and set your goal. You can fine-tune it later. But whatever comes to your mind, just write it down. It's going to help you in 2024. And I'm going to celebrate all of you.
Amen.
Another 5 minutes have started now.
Yes, I'm done.
Out of these, my 21 goals, I've already chosen 9 that I'm going to work on. 9. 2 quarters. Put together 2 goals for 90 days.
It's a very rich seminar. Yeah, he's in the book.
Mute yourself, sir. 1 minute. According to Robert Collier, success is the sum of small effort, repeated day in, day out. Day in, day out. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a story that I pick up on my WhatsApp group some time ago. And that story talks about people who refuse to step up, who refuse to have action step, but they are expecting results. That doesn't work. It will not work. So let's look at this quickly. The biggest obstacle that gets in the way of creating the life we want is procrastination. It's procrastination. When people procrastinate, which is, I will do, yes, I will do it tomorrow. I will do it by 3 o'clock. I will do it in the evening. You will discover.
The timer is still in the screen, sir.
What do you say?
The timer is still on the screen.
Oh, the timer is not on the screen. Sorry. I thought.
Yes.
Sorry. What I want to put on the screen is the. Sorry. This is what I put. Can you see this? Can we see
We
the?
can see.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
This is what I want to put in, so that you can at least follow me. So the second one there says, high achievers, they break projects down into, bite-sized pieces. Bite-sized pieces. We can call small pieces. High achiever break projects or goals down into small pieces or bite-sized pieces. If you want to achieve big things, you've got to start. You have to start. If you don't start, the big things will become unachievable. When you chunk your big goals down into bite-sized pieces that can be done in less than a day or a few days at the most, you will build confidence in yourself, excitement, and create momentum. You see, making your goals to be broken down into small pieces that you can do within a very small time frame will help you to be confident in yourself as an achiever. It will also create excitement and momentum. And once the momentum is created, you are already in tune to keep working on it. And that is why we say high achievers, what they do is that once they complete a step, they focus on the next step. The momentum that they receive has given them impetus to now focus on the next step. So if you want to achieve big things, remember what we said. in number 3 there. Always start it. And high achievers, they focus on what is going to happen next. High achiever know the path becomes clear only when, you know, they are in motion, only when they are moving, only when they are walking, only when they are doing things. High achiever, they know the path becomes clearer. That is the way of achievement becomes clearer only when they are in motion. They keep moving. As late Zig Ziglar said, you don't have to, you don't have to become great to start. You don't have to become great to start, but you have to start to become great. Did you get that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's what he said. And I love that quotation. You don't have to be great to start. You can start small. But once you start and you don't stop, you will be great. So, focusing on the next step is the key to building forward momentum. That's the key. Focusing on the next step is the key to building the next momentum. And the last one there, the most important step is the next step. That's the most important step. If you have read my e-book I gave you on goal setting, you will see there the steps to goals achievement. Now, let me just do a recap for you. Once you set your goal, you've set it, it's a SMART goal. The next thing you need to think about is what are the resources you need? The people, the time you need to do it, the material, whatever. It could be skill. What are the skills you need? Who are the people to help you? What obstacles or challenges might not make you to achieve it? Then what are your action steps to achieve the goal? You list them down. You list them. Who could help you? Then what time are you going to complete it? All of these are very important in goal achievement. So every action step is actually made up of number of smaller steps. And all you need to do under here is to divide and conquer. So you can read the rest in your note as you go on. And I gave a lot of examples there. So let's go to page 37, which is step number 5. Embrace discomfort, which I call be comfortable with uncomfortable. Be comfortable with uncomfortable. What does, getting uncomfortable means? That is getting used to situations that are outside your comfort zone. You will need to leave your comfort zone in order for you to achieve your goal. If you are going to stay in your comfort zone, you will not be able to achieve anything. So, 38, let's quickly fill in the gap there. Please, it is important that you follow it as we are doing because it's going to help you when you are also teaching others or even reviewing on your own in order for you to be able to move forward this new year. As we strive to accomplish big goals, we can hit the brick wall. The brick wall. And we call this the messy middle. The messy middle. Middle. The messy middle. And when you are achieving goals, there will be problem. That's what we are talking about. And so we need to be comfortable with uncomfortable. The key to pushing through is perseverance. It's perseverance. And when we talk about perseverance, several people have called it different names. Some people call it tenacity. Some people call it stick to it, never giving up, endurance. But the word I like most is grit. You need to develop grit. But pushing in the face of opposition can be tough. Can be tough. So we all can benefit from a few tips when this comes. And what are the tips? The first is believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in, when the situation comes, believe in yourself. When the obstacle comes, believe in yourself. When you believe, you have. When you believe, you have gotten what it takes. When you believe, you have gotten what it takes. Obstacle and hardship cannot sink you. When you believe that you have what it takes, obstacles and hardship cannot sink you. They can't stop you. Ladies and gentlemen, your beliefs drives you to look for new opportunities to the problem. Your belief pushes you to seek new opportunities to that problem. And the next one is what we have done first. That's our first step. Identify your why. Identify your why, which is the purpose, which we have done. That's our first step. Then create action steps, which we have done. We have created action steps. For our smarter goals, we have also done our smarter goals. The only thing we have not done is the last one. Measure and track your progress. We have not done that. So we should see our discomfort as a necessary part of our growth. And later, Eka said, the only time you are actually growing is when you are uncomfortable. And I like to agree with him. So please be comfortable with uncomfortables. That is very important. Step number 6. Because of our time, we'll have done a few exercises there, but let's go on. When I do live workshop, we do this meeting for 3 days extensively. Now, narrow your focus. We have formed our goals. How do you narrow your focus? You have set 21 goals within that 10 or 9 life domains. Now is the time to focus and narrow the focus. Because when you pursue anything, it will give you energy, and then once you reach obstacle, you will feel discomforting and you will leave what you are doing. So it is important that you narrow your focus, so that you will be able to do what is needful at all times. And that's the reason why I said earlier that all the goals we have set, you can set 21 goals, but we are going to be working on only 7 to 10, depending on your vocation. So let's start this one. It is tempting to set a lot of goals, but productivity studies and goal theory studies have shown that you really can't focus on more than 7 to 10 goals in a year. Just 7 to 10 goals. Setting too many goals is a recipe for disaster and failure. Setting too many goals is a recipe for disaster and failure because you are going to be overwhelmed. As the ancient Chinese proverb says, the man who chases 2 rabbits catches nothing. So get clear on your most priorities, which we have done. Get clear on your most important priorities and set a goal for each of them. And pursuing them until they are accomplished or completed. Get clear on your most important, priority, most important priorities, and set goals for each of them and pursue them until they are achieved or completed. And you want to focus on no more than 8 goals for the year that is coming. You can make it 10, but an average of 2 goals per quarter is better. 7 to 10 goals in a year is what is doable according to goal achievement theory and productivity theory. Focused effort in one direction is more powerful than scattered effort in many directions. And that is talking about you getting focused. By getting laser focused on just a few goals, ladies and gentlemen, you can make clear and massive headway rather than incremental, slow progress. Let me repeat what I've said. By getting lesser focused on just a few goals, 2 goals for 90 days, you can make, clear and massive headway rather than incremental, slow progress.
Can you please go over the previous one, sir?
Which one?
The one before this GF.
Which one?
F dash effort in one direction.
Focus effort.
Okay.
In one direction is more powerful than scattered effort.
Okay, thank you.
So once the 2 to 3 goals for 90 days are achieved, you move to the next 2 to 3 goals for another 90 days until you make your year the best year ever. That's all. You can set 3 goals, making 9 goals in a year. Average of 2 to 3 goals in 90 days is what is called narrowing your focus. Step 7. Measure and track your progress. Please, what separates a person from achieving their goals and not achieving their goals is staying focused and being persistent all through. One author says that most of us make advances, small and large, every single day. But the challenge is that we fail to notice them because we don't have method of measuring or acknowledging the progress we have made. So let's quickly look at this one. How do you measure your progress? Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most lethal mistake that people make with goal setting is failing to keep the goal visible. Keeping the goal visible. And let me explain this, sir. Oh, I don't have my gold card here. All my goals are written in a small card, in a very small card. It's outside there. I wrote them in a small card. Okay, I thought I have one here. All my goals are written in a small card. And that card, I put it in my pocket wherever I'm going. So every night when I'm removing things from my pocket, I see it again. So I make my goal to be visible. To me, I advise women who are always in the kitchen to stick their goal to the freezer or to the fridge. If you are a teacher, you have a vision board in your office that you will stick it to. That's the way we do it. So if your goal is not visible, it will disappear from your sight and you will not be able to action it. As the old adage goes, out of sight is out of mind. If you only offer your goals the time, attention, or focus, you have left over and you will never make meaningful progress. Let me explain what I mean here. If you only offer your goals, time, attention, and focus that you have left over, you will never make any progress. You don't give it priority. That's what we are talking about. Don't use leftover time, leftover resources, leftover attention for your goal. Give it the principal time, the principal focus, the principal attention, and then you will make, adequate progress. That's what we're talking about. Determine how you will track your goals and how you are going to keep them visible. And I mentioned you can write your goal on a card. That's what I do every year. I print the card out and I put it in my pocket. Tracking your progress and keeping your goal visible is perhaps the most critical of all these steps to ensure your success in 2024. I will repeat myself. Tracking your goal. Please, let's mute those people that are stopping us, please. Please, back end, help me mute those who are disturbing us.
Yes, sir.
Tracking your progress and keeping your goal visible is perhaps the most critical of all these steps to ensure your success in 2024. You need to track your goal. And how do you track your goal? Make them visible. Put it in your computer. And let there be a reminder every other day concerning your goals. It will be flashing on your laptop. It will be flashing on your phone. There's a reminder. There's a reminder app there. It will be flashing. If you don't want to be carrying card like me. All of this will help you to do that. And you can read through all of this. There is a dedicated app that you can use online to track your goals. You can even journal or use journal to do that. You can say, well, before you go to bed every night, you need to review what you have achieved in the 2 goals you have set for the quarter. That's the way to track it. And the last one is get an accountability partner. Please, this last one is very important. Every good athlete, every good sportsman, they have a coach. And Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, and Nathaniel Nayab, all of them, they have coach. They have somebody working by their side. If you want to succeed, you need a mentor, a coach, or a teacher to go with you throughout 2024. And this partner will help you, will ride with you, or die with you. And he or she will be your cheerleader to be clapping for you. And sometimes he's going to be your drill sergeant to be asking you some impossibility questions so that you can be challenged to move forward. Ladies and gentlemen, you need a teacher, you need a coach, you need a mentor. The 3 of them are called your hero. By your side, there should be a hero with you to work with you throughout 2024. For example, these 3 hours we have is not enough for me to talk about these goals. There are a lot of things I could not speak about on each of them. So when you have a coach or a mentor with you that you can call and chat you up, that will be very important. You can call me along as we go on. I will be available. But if you want to enjoy me, you will have to retain me. And we can talk about that. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly what we are saying when we talk about strategies, goals, mastery. And that is very key. Very key. Now, I don't know if you have done your will of life. How many people did the will of life? Can I see your... Open your picture now. Let's see your picture. That's what we said now. Let's see your hand. Did you do your will of life? You didn't do it. That will of life is very important. It's self-explanatory. I will advise you to go and do it. It's going to help you also with step number 2, which is clarification of your goals. Because will of life also shows some life domains where you are succeeding and where you will need help. And I do that a lot when I do my coaching, personal coaching. But I think I should just give it to you. That's why I added it there. I use it. That's one of the tools I use for my personal coaching. If you need more explanation there, I'm just a phone call away. So, do you have any question, any clarification? Before we take our break, our short break, then I will do the last one. Any clarification on these steps?
Sorry,
Brother,
sir. Is
sit
this
here now.
will of life the next thing that we are doing?
We are not doing will of life. You are supposed to have done
Otherwise, I would like just ask that you expatiate a bit.
on will of life.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Is there anybody that agree on that?
Yeah, I agree on that. Let's look at it first.
All right. Okay, let me show it. No problem. I'm here for you. If you can open it, can you see it? Okay, it's coming up. Can you see it? Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes.
Now, this is the will of life. What it does is to show the area of your life. You may change these things. You can change these things. You can change partner. You can change it to whatever you want. You can change manager to boss or colleague, team member, sport player. You can change it. It depends on the area of life you want to focus on. Now, this is the center. Can you see the center where I put the cursor?
Yes.
From this center to the edge is 10. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
From this center to 5, I mean to white, where the white is 5. So it's graded. From here to here is 5. Then from here to here is 5. So from the center to the edge is 10. Is that okay? Now,
Yes,
under partner, this man who filled this one, pick 6. That is 6/10. That's what it means for him. In terms of doing well with his partner, always loving, always doing everything, he gave himself 6/10. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Here. This one gave himself, I think, 8 or 9. 8 or 9 under health. That means he's taking care of his health very well. So, but by the time he's doing it, this line you are seeing will not be there. It's just point, dot will be here. Dot will be here. Then here, concerning career or work, he gave himself 5. It will be a dot. Concerning, doing well with his friendship, is only 5. He put himself here, 5, dot. Concerning being related with his community leader, he gave himself 6. Being a good sport player, he gave himself 10. So, a good team member in his office, he gave himself 3. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
With relationship with his colleague, he gave himself 4 here. With his manager, he gave himself 9 or so. With his father and mother, he gave himself 5. So after you have done that, you will now join them with a line. Join each of them with a line. Join 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 them like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. Until you. So that's why it shows that. Do you understand it now?
Yes, sir.
And now that shows that is your life. And your challenge now is to move this one that is in 3 to move them up. So your coach will tell you, what are we to do to move you here? Then 2 and 3, this one that is in 3, your coach will have to coach you how to move from 3 concerning your colleague, relationship with your colleague, to sometime around 10 or 9. This one that is 5, your career and work, he will ask several questions. And now, so that you can be able to move to 8 or 9. Concerning your friend, he's going to ask you a lot of questions so that you can move to 8 or 9. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So this is what we use. This is what we use. I wanted you to do it so that I will know the area to coach you. So that we will do this again in another 6 months' time. After I've coached you, then we will now find out whether you have moved from 3 to 6. That means you are improving. Or you have moved from 3 to 2. That means you are digressing. So that's the way Wheel of Life is one of the tools that we use in coaching. Is it clear now, Wale?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Very clear.
The tool that we So everybody needs to, you can change all of any of this. You change it to what you think you have in your environment. You change it, but it cannot be more than the number that is there so that you can be able to capture what we want. When I coach you, I will ask those areas of your life that we can put here, and then we start working on it. I work for my coaches in order to better their life. So if you want me to help you with it, it's something we can do together. You will need to call me, and then I will tell you what it involves, because you are going to pay some money. But it's not that because you have been on this call, it's not going to be expensive for you. And I work with you throughout the year. So, and then the Lord will.
Can I ask a question, sir?
Go ahead, sir.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead, sir.
I looked at the web and I discovered that you have about 10 or 11 variables. Can they be more than those number of variables that you have there presently?
That is the number of variables that the Wheel of Life takes. I think that's 10 or so. It's 10.
Yeah.
The number of variables is 10. It's 10. It's 10. This is the number of 10 you can have.
You can't change it. You can't expand it.
No, you can't expand. You can change them. Change them. You can give it
you can change the narration.
And you can change the narration. Mother, father, you can change it. Manager, you can change it to peculiar area of life, like we did in the clarity, bodies, soul, spirit, and love, all of those things. You can change it to that.
Clear.
That's why we use it. I use it a lot to coach my clients.
Thank you, sir.
And we have changed it a lot in most of my clients. It's never the same. Never the same. There are over 45 tools that we use as a coach, and it depends on your needs and also what you want, that we show you some of those tools. Is that okay?
Yeah, very okay. Maybe we go on break now.
Yes, we go on break now. We go on break.
Right.
So we go for 10 minutes break, go and drink, and then we come back and clean the night. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Sorry, Ekusheo. Mo bother you too much, but that's the work we have to do. That's what you paid for. So 10 minutes start now. I will put it on. Let me go back and start it. Thank you, sir. Thank you for reminding me. So we are going to be looking at the knowing doing gap. And the knowing good gap basically is the disconnect between what you know and what you do. And so this disparity happens between organizations. It happens between individuals. That you have knowledge, but you fail to execute. You fail to implement. That's the problem. And I would like to say something that the major way to resolve this, I'm saying it now before I conclude it, is you need to get somebody to stand by your side. You need a mentor. You need a coach. Not just a cheerleader. Somebody who is going to whip you and be asking you a series of questions so that you can be able to wake up from your slumber. So it is important that you will keep facing this problem of knowing, doing gap. If you don't do what we are going to be talking about here, you need to take effective action. Because when, it happens, when, we possess knowledge, we have understanding, but we struggle to translate what we know into practical action. And that makes the knowing doing gap to keep increasing. So what are the issues that we need to look at in knowing doing gap? Knowledge overload. The computer, the internet today is full of information. And there's a lot of people that takes a lot of information there, but they don't practice it. And therefore, you need to take what I do, what I normally do. I always do information balcony view, where I don't take more information until I process and apply what I've done. A lot of people attend trainings, workshops, read several books, they don't apply it. That's knowledge overload. Then lack of practical application. They have learned the theory, but they don't apply it. They refuse to apply it, or they struggle to implement it. Another one is ineffective communication. Gaps in communication can hinder the understanding of the execution of the task. And so if you don't know what you are doing in terms of written communication or oral communication, you will discover that there will be confusion even when you are telling your members to start executing. Then people can resist the change. They can resist it. If it's a new practice you have introduced, people can say, no, we don't. We are comfortable with where we are. With this area, this surrounding is okay with us. We don't want to change. Therefore, because they are not familiar with the new system that is coming, they are afraid quite a lot. So the knowing doing gap may exist because of that. Then the next one is lack of accountability. You don't have clear accountability. Nobody to wake you up. Nobody to challenge you. And this is very important in organization. And that's the reason why I tell individuals, you need to have a boss. You need to have a mentor. You need to have somebody to stay by your side to keep telling you what to do, what you have not done, and if need be, smack you with words and what have you, so that you can be able to incorporate what you know into your actions. Then sometimes it's because of resource constraint. We don't have the money. You have no skills. And then what you need to do here is to go and learn the requisite skill so that you can be able to implement. Then it's failure to set priority. When you don't prioritize what you are doing, despite the fact that you are aware of the importance of that thing, what will happen? You will not be able to do it. You will not do it. You will neglect it. And so people always fail as a result of this. Then goal alignment. When you don't align your goal to what you have learned, it's going to have problem. Even your career aspiration might have problem. So then the next one is overcoming fear of failure. A lot of people are afraid of failure, so even they don't practice what they know. Then they are inconsistent habit, and we have talked about habit today. When your habit is unhealthy and you are struggling to be consistent, you will not be able to execute even what you know. What are the symptoms of knowing doing gap? Procrastination. I think we talked about it when we started. Delaying or indefinitely postponing a task despite its importance. Inconsistent behavior. You have failed to apply what you learn despite the fact that you understand the benefits. Then self-sabotage, because as a result of this, many people have self-limiting attributes and abilities. If you see your manual, you will see a lot of self-limiting ability that we listed here. You engage in action that hinder your personal progress. You sleep too much. You go out at night. You don't come and rest. You don't have enough rest, and you know all of those things. You move with wrong people. It will affect you. You're already self-sabotaging sabotaging yourself. Causes of non-doing gap, lack of motivation, absence of sufficient drive and incentive could lead to that. Lack of self-efficacy. People are doubting. You don't know whether you even know. You have not even tried, though, but you are hesitating. You are doubting yourself. And therefore, what happened? They are going to be in action. Then sometimes it's emotional barrier. A lot of people are anxious, anxiety, they procrastinate, they have a lot of emotional turbulence in their life, which negates the ability to be able to put anything they know into action. Then sometimes it's fear of failure, like we mentioned. Some people are apprehensive. They don't want negative consequences of what they will do. And so they keep postponing it. Then habitual pattern. They say, that's my character. That's what I do. It's what I do. Although I've acquired it, but I don't know what to do. I can't break this old pattern. It's my life. I'm working on it, but I don't know what to do. If you don't know what to do, go and find help. Seek help. One of the things I would like you to know, sir, anywhere you are confused in 2024, seek help. And a help is just a phone call away. It's just an email away. It could be somebody you met in a meeting, a person you met in a church, somebody you met in a workshop, or you met somebody in a plane. Just call the person. He will be very glad to help if you seek help. Practical examples of knowing doing gap. Knowing the importance of a goal, but you consistently don't work it out. You understand the benefit of eating healthy, but you still go for unhealthy foods. Recognize that you need to manage your time very well, but still you use it recklessly. You have a clear understanding about your strengths and weaknesses, but you still go and be doing things that will not allow you to exploit your strength and things that aggravate your weaknesses. Those are the things you are doing. You will keep having problems with not doing that. So what is the strategy? Number one is to be self-aware. Know yourself. Know what you know. Then reflect on what you know, your thought and behavior. Identify where your actions differ from your intentions. If you have read a book and you have not applied some of the things you learn and you've written it down, it's better you repent and do something about it. Then boost your motivation. Set clear goals like we have discussed here. Meaningful and personal and relevant. Because anything that is relevant and exciting and rewarding is going to help you. And you break it down into smaller bites, like we talk, manageable bites. And then when exactly you achieve it, ladies and gentlemen, reward yourself. Give yourself a good lunch. Or take your spouse out and enjoy yourself. Another thing you can do is to break old habits. Understand this: trigger, cue, and action that we read in Power of Habit and also Atomic Habits. Identify the trigger that leads to undesirable behaviors and develop alternative coping mechanisms. And then create supporting environment that promotes positive habits. When you plant a flower and that flower, you water it, you give fertilizer, you give everything, it's not working. The problem is not the flower. The problem is the soil. You might need to change your environment. The soil is the one that is not supporting the flower. Sometimes environment may not allow you to, feel the knowing doing gap. You may need to change your environment. And sometimes environment could be friends. Address your underlying fear. What are the things causing you to be afraid? Acknowledge them all. And then make up your mind to go ahead. If it is apprehension and you need professional help, you need therapy, It's better you talk out. Don't die in silence. Accountability measures. Get people by your side. This is what I mean by that. Get people by your side. Set your goal. Set the measurable indices and give it to your accountability partner to challenge you so that you can be able to measure your achievement. And then you can be able to at least then allocate resources. Allocate resources to what you intend to do so that you can be able to succeed. If there's no resources, even though you know and you want to do, nothing will happen. Ladies and gentlemen, the knowing doing gap is a universal challenge that hinders personal growth and achievement. Once you understand the cause of the gap, all you need to do is to implement the effective strategies that will make you to start using what you know consistently in an active manner, which will lead to self-fulfillment and success in the area of your life.
Success.
I want you to listen to this.
These 6 things, the secret formula. Number 1, hard work. Don't believe in luck. Believe in hard work. Stop trying to rush the process or searching for a shortcut. There is none. Number 2, patience. If you are losing the patience, you are losing the battle. First, nothing happens, then it happens slowly and suddenly all at once. Most people give up at stage 1. Number 3, sacrifice. If you don't sacrifice for what you want, then what you want becomes the sacrifice. Everything has its price. The question is, are you ready to pay it for the life you desire? Let me know in comments. Number 4, consistency. Consistency is what transforms average into excellence. Without consistency, you will never achieve greater success. Number 5, discipline. Motivation gets you going, but discipline keeps you growing. There will be days when you don't feel like doing it. You have to push through those days regardless of how you feel. Number 6, self-confidence. Confidence is, I'll be fine if they don't like me. There will always be someone judging you for who you are and what you want from life.
So those 6 things is very important. Sacrifice, patience, discipline, hard work. They are very, very important. And you need to be consistent. So in conclusion, it is important that we understand that if you don't change yourself, you cannot change others. Changing yourself becoming better and achieving your goals require combinations of 3 things: mindset, habits, and action. Life changes occur through mindset, habits, and action. And those are the 3 things we have discussed in this meeting tonight. Your mindset, we are changing it. Habits, we are going to modify it. Action is what you are going to start to do. This quotation is very key from Bernard Shaw. Progress is impossible without change. And those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. And I agree with him. So this meeting should make you to change so that you can become a better person in the coming year. And according to Wayne,
So good.
you are the sum total of the choices that you make in your life. Ladies and gentlemen, happiness doesn't come from other people or things. Happiness comes and is a result of how you think and how you see your world. What are you choosing? It's a choice. Whether you want to change yourself so that you can become a better person. Successful people are neither smarter nor more creative than you. They are simply executing better and consistently. They are doing some monotonous things every day. That's why they read one book every week. If you did everything you said you are done in 2023, your result will be 10 times better than they are now. If you spend half a many hours taking action, as you did thinking about taking action, you'll be a better person today. So my admonition is repent as we go into 2014. Life is simple, but we want to complicate it. You see where my cursor is? Focus on one goal. Consistently work on it. Watch how it goes. That's all I can say. I thank you for listening. I've given you this book. You have this one. You have this one. The one in the middle is what you don't have. I will send the link to the chat for you to get a copy of it. It's a 246-page book. Self-discipline leader. And it's quite, not because I wrote it, it contains quite a lot of gems, which I believe you are going to need. So we have these courses for 2024 for anyone who is interested, both spiritual and otherwise. Leadership and management, church leaders, strategic church management workshop, digital secret to grow your profession and business, preventing your church from decline, attracting and retaining visitors and old members in your church, building yourself, building leaders, making your church bigger and better. You will get a copy of these slides. Anyone you need, you can DM me, then we can talk about it. But I will advertise them as we move on the platforms. So I thank you all for listening. Our time is past spent, but I believe that it is a well-spent time. I have to rush through. You will get a copy of these slides. Then you can, on your own, sit down, craft your goals, do it well. If you need to share it with me, personally, send it to me in DM on the phone. I will correct it, make it better for you. Because you are in this platform, in this course, I will do it for you. But do it before the end of the year. Then I can, if you write it, I will know what I will be able to craft it. Ask a question, then we'll do it well. I think I can do that for you so that your goal is better. And then I will be challenging you to do the action steps. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. The floor is now open for question, discussion, clarification, and any other area where you feel that we have not covered. Thank you. It's almost.
Hello, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir.
God bless you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, please, are we going to get the recorded of this message?
By God's grace, I'll give you the link for everything. That's what you paid for. I'll give you the link.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You will get the link to the recording. You get the link to the slides. Everything.
Oh, all right.
Thank
you,
sir.
Thank you so
So
much.
the books you are saying we have the books. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I don't think we have those books. So.
Please let's raise up our hands and talk one after the other. Can you show your face? Let's see our faces. Hey Joe, I want to take the picture of this place. Show your faces. I want to take the picture. I will put it on the platform.
How do I show my face? When you show your face, what?
I show your face.
When you show your face, don't show your face. It's man, I can't show you.
I show your face.
Provide us with financial executor.
We want to take the picture of and put it on the platform and then. Funke Adesola, Bolanle, Kenny Adebopale. Folake means I will be my wife. Anybody that want to ask that question, please use the emoji. Raise up your hand so that you can. You can also take the picture also. Maybe your own camera is better than my own. So that you can share on the platform.
Have you taken my picture?
Oh yeah, question. Comments. Comments. We have to rush it because the time is so short. But I will advise that you sit. Yes, Oladipo, can you talk, please?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Go ahead.